Hello, humanity. My name is Brian James Hildebrand, with the glasses come off, here to give you a reading today from the book series One Spell. Today's reading is going to be from the perspective of Amber Bennett, Saskatchewan's Magic Warden. Okay, Blaine, I said, how do you know magic? Blaine's body twisted around. His face had the stupidest, stunned expression I had ever seen. Jaw dropped, eyebrows raised. What? Fake surprise wasn't going to fool me. At school. You teleported. How? Blaine's eyes widened, a level of innocence in them that could not have been sincere. You saw that? So I'm not crazy? Did he actually think he could convince me that he didn't know about magic? I don't know what kind of game you're playing, but it ends now. I stepped towards him. He tried to get past me, to the door. I wasn't going to let that happen. I threw a punch at him. Before it could connect, he vanished and reappeared on my bed. Where did you learn that? I didn't, he almost shouted. It just happened. You're lying, I said, my fists clenching. No one can do that kind of magic by accident. I thought back to high school. Back to the time I was sent to the principal's office for my article in the school paper, and how strong I was when I stood up against him. Passion and strength, the cores of my best magic. I opened my left hand, and a fireball formed out of thin air. How did you... Blaine started to say, his eyes transfixed on the orb. You'd think he'd never seen someone conjure a fireball before. Like you don't know. You're not leaving until I get some answers. Who do you work for? And what do you know about Atlantis? Atlantis? I was just hoping for a ride home. I don't know anything about magic or Atlantis. He almost sounded believable. But what he said couldn't be true. The magic he used takes months to learn. I thought back again to my investigation at the school that led to that article in the first place. Digging out the truth. The core to another one of my magics. I used my detection magic. Fell to the room around me, the flow of the air, the sound of my heartbeat. I focused, listening for the sound of his heartbeat, to see if it was racing too fast for him to be telling the truth. There was nothing there. But that was impossible. I could see him, but my magic couldn't. I couldn't feel his heartbeat, couldn't feel him breathing, like he wasn't there. I'd never seen anything like it. I just want to go home, Blaine muttered. Not happening. Not until I know my sister is safe. But don't you hate your sister? Blaine asked, spoken like a guy without siblings. Or a sociopath. The people you love can drive you crazy. I thought to when Sheila became a cheerleader and started dating Grant, how she cried on my shoulder because Grant had cheated on her, only to forgive him the next day because he's the star of the football team. He gets to do what he wants. My fireball diminished until there wasn't even a spark in my hand. Stupid, amateur, rookie mistake. I'd let myself get caught up in a memory that didn't focus my magic. Blaine saw that the fireball was gone, and he raced for the door. He rushed me, hoping I would get out of the way or something. I threw a punch. He disappeared again. My watch beeped. It was about time someone from Atlantis got back to me. I took a look at who was on the other end. It was an older man in a decorated military uniform, gray hair but in no way balding, and with a face just starting to show wrinkles. Emmanuel. As if the day hadn't been hard enough already. Amber, what business do you have using the emergency frequency? Emmanuel asked. I'd never seen him give trouble to any other warden, but because I'm female and one of the 10 youngest wardens alive, he gives me grief. I have a situation, I replied, trying to remain cordial. A boy with magic who I can't scan or detect. Emmanuel replied in the condescending tone of a teacher reprimanding the student they hate. The emergency channel is for real emergencies, Amber. This isn't something to be joking around with. I started to think about that time with the principal again and almost burned the watch in my sheer frustration. As the ranking officer in my region, I demand to speak to a superior about a potential threat and security breach. Emmanuel laughed. This sounds like just another one of your crazy ramblings, Amber, like that one about mind wipes causing permanent mental damage. He cut the call. I swear, if anything happens, I am holding that old man accountable. Blaine was opening the window. I don't know where he thinks he could go. We were on the third floor. He would break his legs if he tried. Except he could teleport. I tossed a fireball. He teleported and the fireball hit the wall, starting the curtains on fire. I cursed and quickly pulled the flames off of the curtains. I spun around to see Blaine behind me, running for the door. He opened it and raced out of the room. I ran after him into the hallway and down the stairs. He wasn't going to get away. I couldn't let him. I tossed a fireball at him in the middle of the hallway. Oh my God, how did you... I turned around to see Sheila in the hallway. I spent the last 6 years being careful with my magic and I had just screwed it all up. How could I have been so stupid? They would have to wipe her memory. I couldn't let them. Not my sister. I couldn't let them mess up her mind like that. I had to fix all of it before it was too late, and to do that I had to stop Blaine. He couldn't escape. Sheila had her cell phone in her hand. She shouted, "I'm calling 911. No! I pulled the flames off of the walls into a fireball and made it disappear. Sheila's knees buckled and she fell to the floor. How did... She started to say as she tried to get back to her feet. She didn't get a chance to finish. No phone calls. Go to your room and pretend none of this ever happened, okay? But... I recreated the fireball and tossed it at Sheila, stopping it about a foot from her face. Okay? Sheila nodded, terrified. Good. I pulled the fireball away. I raced after Blaine, down the stairs and towards the front door of the house. The door was already open, and I could see Blaine running to the highway. He was moving too fast for me to catch him on foot. But I had to catch him. He knew too much. He had to be stopped. Hope you enjoyed this little sample from One Spell. Goodbye, humanity.